Oi, what is up going on? It is, well, let me see if everything's working. Let me test my microphone. Perfect. It's working. All that. My headphones are in. What's going on? Welcome to the Kevin Rogan experience. No. For real though, it's nice kind of catching up after this week. This week was very, very long and brutal for me. If you don't know, I actually started a new offer, new client for closing and stuff. And honestly, I haven't been doing that well. Like, yes, every single time I've been closing, it's been like every single call I have, it's getting better and better and better. But recently, it's just been kind of sucking ass. And part of it too is like, hey, it's a new business model that I don't really, not really understand. But that's not the thing. But it's just like something new. And I think like when you're doing anything new, there's gonna be a period where you just freaking suck ass, right? Feels like the first day when I used to do jujitsu back in the day, and I just get this feeling of like, oh man, you go in and you just feel like ass. You feel out of flow and all that. So I've just really been kind of struggling with that recently. Um, and I've honestly, I've been struggling like kind of balancing everything in general. Um, I feel like right now for me, well, how do I show the chat first of all? Holy shit. Looks like, hold on for once. Oh yeah, cool. So I mean, it just feels like I've just been kind of shitting the bed. Jonathan is says, "What's up?" Let me try to highlight your comment, Jonathan. Hold up for a second, man. Who else is in this chat? Who else is in the freaking chat? We got thumbs up. Appreciate the thumbs up. Trying to open this up. I'm always trying to get used to the software, man. Like I always get screwed up. But honestly, like I just haven't been like on top of my A game in general, right? Like it just feels everything just feels kind of off and stuff. Comments. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's add you to the broadcast. Jonathan said, "What's up, Kevin? Things could be better, but oh, thanks for the likes, man. Try and make my day a little better." But literally, I've just been kind of not isolated in this room taking closing calls, but it's been kind of rough like last week, honestly, because I don't feel like I'm at top performance. I've been kind of battling a cold too, which I'm getting better at. And it's just been a really rough time, guys. I don't know like what it is for me, but just haven't been like on point. I've been very, very tired a lot of time. Actually, for a little bit, like yesterday, I thought I was like, I don't know. So being a pharmacist, I think every pharmacist like kind of does this at one point in their life. They'll do this, right? They'll be like, oh, you know what? I'm having these symptoms, right? And then they'll look through the old like resources. For this one is pharmacy charts. And I was like, huh, let's look at some of this sort of shit, right? And then I was just like, dude, a lot of my symptoms seem a lot like Cushing's, right? So yeah, like high cortisol and all that sort of stuff. And I don't know. I feel like I'm having a lot of stress in my life. I thrive on it though, man. That's all a part of life. It's like for me, I love challenging myself, but I tend to push myself too far and um yeah, it's just like it was just really, really tough. And I've been having the insomnia again and all that. So it's just really try and balance my life right now. Let me kind of show you like what exactly my schedule looks like. Um, can't I gotta make sure I blank out some certain things, right? Because I have client information on here. Actually, I can't really show it. There's too much to blank out. But in general, like I'll give you a good like picture of how my day looks like, and people have been asking for my help. And I feel bad. I haven't been able to kind of pace it out and try to I haven't been like honestly. So this is how my day usually starts. Usually around 6 a.m. I go to the gym or I might have training with my closing calls and stuff like that. Right. Usually by 8 o'clock, I'll get out of jujitsu or the gym, and then I'll start working on my YouTube channel or like this course I'm doing called the ROI method. So I'm doing that, and then right about like 1 p.m. I start jumping into my closing calls. this is usually for the weekdays, weekends, and Fridays. I usually do a lot longer, right? So I'll do like almost 5 calls in one day. Normally I'll just do 3. And then after my calls on a weekday around 4 p.m. I keep on working on my other projects. I'm done almost every single day after 7 o'clock, right? And I try, like, it's literally like that for like 12 hours. Usually I'll try to wind down and try to get some sleep, because I know for me, like, one of my triggers is like I start breaking down when I don't have enough sleep. So I've been really prioritizing that, making sure that I'm eating enough. A lot of time I like forget to eat sometimes, and recently I've been like putting on weight and I don't know why, right? Maybe it's stress, maybe it's something, but I've just been really struggling with that, man. So 88 Mark 86 says you need to smash some ABG Sade to relieve stress. Seriously, will help relieve stress. Yeah, I'm trying not to catch a STD too, bro. Great suggestion, man. JC says, when is the course coming out? I actually finalized my email series earlier today. I'm just waiting review for my marketer right now. But I could shout it out right now, but I'm going to hold off, because I actually was going to put it in one of my videos earlier this week, but I decided to hold off. Like, so if you're wondering why I didn't post a video on Thursday, there's a good reason why. Or was it Thursday or Friday? I think one of those days. If I didn't post on that day, there was a good reason why. And it was because that it mentioned my course and stuff, and it's just not completed. I want to make sure the whole funnel is done, and then, you know, whoever buys, whoever doesn't, and we'll just go from there. How long does it take you to finally shave the head? Did you use minoxidil first? No, not really. For me to shave my head is actually really quick. I actually recently bought a shaver, and I'm gonna probably review it and just talk about like kind of like my shaving journey, because I've done everything from straight like a safety razor to like this old razor that I used to have that I sharpened the blades with, but it does such a spotty job. But now I have like a really good razor. It's like one of those foil razors and stuff. I'll review it on my channel if you guys want. But I think I've been using that a lot, right? Really great. It honestly saves me so much time, especially if you have a safety razor. I tend to nick my head a lot, so I get all these cuts, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I like the foil razor a lot. Propecia, no, I do not do minoxidil or like, dude, I'm a bad pharmacist. Like, dude, I don't get high on my own supply. I don't do any of that sort of stuff, like any medication. That's really not my thing. I don't know. I just feel kind of iffy about medication. Like, unless it's emergency bed or something like that, or I'm really, really suffering, then I typically won't use medication at all, right? Oh shoot, I deleted my comments. Fuck, hold on. Here we go. History of Hoon. By the way, history. I shot you an email back, but it keeps on rejecting. It tells me that your inbox is full or something. So I shot you a email with a video pretty recently. So I don't know what's going on with that. Feel free to email me back. But yeah. Your question was, any of your members working outside of the US? Yes, I do have some people in the Netherlands, and some people, like one person in Australia, another person like in some in Canada too, right? So that kind of tells you about like what my team does and stuff, right? AZ asks, am I gonna grow back my hair? Grow it back then? No, probably not at this point. Honestly, I like the look, and my hairline is like kind of bad, so, and it's just awkward. Like, I just rather, in my point in my life, I just rather keep things simple. Like, I don't want to spend time going to barbershop and maintaining my hair and having hair product. Actually, you know, it's really funny, I have tons of hair product, but you know, I can't use it anymore. So I don't know, do a giveaway or some shit. I don't know, or return it. I'm not quite sure yet. History of Hoon says, shit, I didn't get it. Yeah, bro. If you have another email, feel free to email me directly, but I didn't know where to send the email, man. Like, I replied back and it didn't go through. So just letting you know, man. All right. Kind of curious, like, how was your week, guys? Like, what have you guys been up to? Recently I've been rereading this book called, no, I just hit it against the mirror. Fuck. I've been rereading this book and listening to a podcast by London Real. Never Split the Difference. One of my favorite closing books. And I think like it's real. That's if you're wondering why I do closing, it's like almost like jujitsu, almost, right? You learn all these tactics and you just try to see like what really works, what fits your style and stuff. I haven't read this one, but people tell me it's like really, really great. So if you guys don't know, I'm actually doing book reviews. If you check out my playlist, I have something called Hustler's Library. So I'm hoping to add more books to that and start up more series. Some of the series are doing well, some of the series aren't, but you know, like I'm just trying to create more bingeable content and just invite different people on my channel and stuff, just trying new shit. And my channel has been growing. I like it, but I think it could be growing a lot quicker, man. Let's see. AZ asked, would you ever get a hair transplant like Elon Musk? Probably not, man. I'm a pretty natural guy. I'm not really into the whole surgery thing, man, or any of that sort of stuff. Like I just like, I'm a very like, it's really weird. Like I'm very like whole, like I like that alternative medicine and shit. Even though I'm a pharmacist, I know, but there's something about like big pharma and stuff like that that I don't know. Like it's just really hard to trust, man. And maybe it's like a government trust problem, man. So I'm a really bad pharmacist, like I said. I know about a lot of these drugs, but actually, you know what's interesting? Not to say I'm forgetting a lot of the drugs, but it's just like since you don't use it, you're not as familiar with the drugs and disease states anymore, right? And I noticed that some of the knowledge is starting to slip because I'm just like, oh yeah, what is that drug? Fuck. I don't remember what it's for anymore. But you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, like you keep what's useful and you throw out what's not, you know, and in my current life, knowing all the pharmacy information is not super important to me right now at this point in life, right? Let's see. Aquafina is into prosperity conscious. She credits Tony Robbins for her fame. I actually am not familiar with Aquafina, man. JC asks, have you ever thought about getting a Kindle? No, I've never. I used to have tablets and stuff. I really like tablets, but for some reason, tablets aren't my thing, man. Like, I currently have a, where is it? Shit, I don't even know where it is. I think it's a, oh, what's that Nvidia one? It was the Shield tablet. I have a Shield tablet. I don't really use it. It's kind of slow. But it's great for watching like things like YouTube on. I don't really use tablets that often. When I first bought into tablets in pharmacy school, I used it all the time. I used my Nexus 7 all the freaking time. And I brought it to LA and I fucking cracked it. So sad, man. By the way, for those 5 people who haven't smashed that like button, smash it for me, please. Playlist is the way to go, says Toy Junkyard. Yeah, man. I've been really trying to create more bingeable content. Been trying to teach one of my really good friends how to do YouTube. So he's managing my channel right now, but it's still kind of hard, man. It's an adaptation phase. And with all this sort of stuff, like I'm trying to create my high ticket and launch a current course and do closing calls and do YouTube. What the fuck? Why is it so big? Do closing calls. It's just hella busy right now. And plus I'm like onboarding clients too. So I'm like really, really busy these days. And I'm sure you can see like where the burnout is coming, but I wake up excited every single morning. I haven't had a single morning where I was just like, you know what? I fucking hate my life. No, dude, I love it, dude. I love helping businesses. I love helping people like in the way that I think I'm best at, right? So even though I'm not doing very awesome at my current offer right now, like with one of my clients that I'm literally closing for, I like the process of refining and getting better and getting feedback. And that's actually something really hard for me a lot of time. Sometimes I've been meaning to read this book, like reread this book called hold on, let me grab it. Oh shit. Oh no, my freaking video went out. Holy shit. Okay, now it's back. Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. And And I've been really kind of like struggling with my ego and stuff like that recently. Sometimes it comes up, man, and I'm just like, I gotta check it at the door. I gotta live every day like you had absolutely nothing. And so like getting feedback is sometimes really hard for me, man. And it's just like, oh, like it sucks hearing how much you suck. But I just realized that, hey, it's not the fact that this sucks is only in my head, right? At the end of the day, I'm really getting better. And as long as I focus on kind of like the long-term vision of why I'm doing certain things or getting the feedback, that's all that matters. And I just focus on getting results and really serving these days, right? Any books on copywriting that you've read and recommend? It really depends. So if you want to see some of the copywriting books I have, I can pull some of them, right? But I mean, dude, I have all the classics like Ogilvy on advertising, Breakthrough Advertising by Eugene Schwartz, the ad like Sugarman and stuff. I have all the classics. But the number one book I recommend when you're starting out, well, I can't find it. I need to look for it on my bookshelf. But I would say like one of the best resources on copywriting is actually Neville Medora's small book. It's like the only book on writing that you'll ever need. Really great book on copywriting. It teaches you the AIDA formula. And I think a lot of time with copywriting, like, yes, you can learn the hooks and all that sort of stuff and take tons of courses on copywriting. But one of the best things that will get you good at copywriting is just doing more copywriting, just like sales or anything like that, or marketing. Like just doing more of it will just get you better over time. Right. But yeah, I recommend, what's Neville's book? I'll post it in the chat really quick. Neville, Amazon. Aquafina is a Chinese rapper. She was a star. Oh, actually, I think I remember her. Hold on, let me look her up really quick. Aquafina. I gotta see her, dude. She's kind of cute. Nora Lum, sort of. I think. Hold on, let me see. No, I'm not really attracted to her. Some pictures she's like pretty dope and stuff, but I don't know. That'd be really cool to get her on my channel or something if I could ever do that. Hold on, let me look up that copywriting book. Neville Medora. I think that's how you say his name. He has this copywriting blog, really great thing. Actually, in my description, he's the guy that I recommend his copywriting course with. It's really not that much money, pretty decent book or decent course on copywriting. So highly recommend it if you're looking at a course for I can't find it. I'll link it later. Whatever. Not a big deal. I don't want to spend too much time looking for that shit. But yeah, his book is really good. Okay. So yeah, man. I guess like we got trolls. Would you go to Dan Pena seminar 20K? Of course I would. Some people might think it's a waste, but I think of it as investing into yourself, man. Like I think that's really, really it's really important, right? To invest in yourself. Maybe I should really, when I go to Dan Pena, I should really kind of have an intention of going, but I'm actually working on it right now. So yeah, man, I can't wait. But I think Dan Pena learn like, okay, and here's the thing. People are like, dude, you're fucking crazy. Why would you ever go to a castle or go to Dan Pena? The thing is, London Real went to Dan Pena. Dan Locke went to Dan Pena. There's a lot of people that went to Dan Pena. Just to see someone who performs at the top levels and taking something from them, that is easily worth the 20K, right? If that can make me, if it could change one thing in me, whether that's self-confidence or business acumen or something like that, and spending time with someone who's made $1 billion, man, like $50 billion man, of course, like, dude, I I think that's worth it. There's something I can definitely pick up even to make my first million and shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would definitely go to Dan Pena. It's actually one of my goals this year. I'm going to make it happen. So I'll let you guys know when that happens. I'm like literally trying to figure it out right now. So pretty interesting. Good looks says, or glooks, as History of Hoon says. Hey Kev, I'm scared to shave my head. What do I do? Just shave it, bro. Don't even think about it. Don't waste your time thinking about decisions that don't really matter in your life. I think like for things like shaving your head and how you look, what to wear, like fuck that shit, dude. Just do it. Like see how it looks. People would be like, "Oh, you shaved your head." Yeah, I did because honestly, I'm like balding. Who gives a fuck, you know? That's just me, right? Yeah, man. Ice Poseidon says, "Hey, what's up?" Anyways, yeah. So that is kind of like my life right now. So really I've been reading a lot of Dan Pena recently too, just like his Your First 100 Million. Even like how he like reading Dan Pena and stuff, like I feel like a lot of it rubs off on me. And that's why I've had to kind of balance it out with the ego stuff too, man. Because I feel like, Dan Pena, he's like really interesting, man. He teaches me to be more alpha. Like I notice small things too, like things that I normally would ignore, right? So like the other day I was on a hike, saw this person like lying down on the ground and shit. And I was just like, I think normally I would just like brush it off and stuff. I'd just be like, "Hey, you okay?" And he was just like, "Yeah, man, thanks for asking." And it's just like, it helps me just be a better human being in general half the time, right? And that's why I inoculate myself with people like Dan Pena or like any of these programs, because honestly, at the end of the day, it really comes down to personal development. And I think like maybe Dan Pena is not the magic solution for a lot of people, but being able to be comfortable of paying 20K for an experience, like a memorable experience that is only limited, because Dan Pena, he's getting old, right? How much longer are we going to really have him for, to be honest with you, right? Paul says, "Do you have to be a pharmacist to renew your license?" Yeah. I would hope so. It's kind of hard to be a pharmacist without without like having a pharmacist license in general, right? I'll see you there when my YouTube channel takes off. Yo, Toy Junkyard, I'm actually kind of curious to see your channel. Let me take a look at this really quick. I always like looking at people who sub to me. Toy, and having a Toy Junkyard too, man. That is like that's a really good niche, by the way. Toy Junkyard. Let's take a look at your profile right now. Oh, it's Caleb. So it looks like let's take a look at your channel really quick. I'm gonna open this up. All right, can you guys see that? Perfect. So look at your Toy Junkyard. So it looks like it's English words, Transformers, cool toys. Toys are your friends. Cool, man. Looks like you're really starting up, man. That's awesome. It's funny. Usually channels that like I featured Zach Hing's channel pretty recently, and or like almost 1 year ago, and he blew the fuck up, man. So that was pretty cool. Awesome. Are certifications like Google AdWords and Facebook Blueprint relevant to what you do? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, like, honestly, I don't try to get certified for Facebook and stuff. It is kind of relevant, I guess, like learning how to do ads and stuff, but that's like, I would say that's more for corporate companies at the end of the day. Like, if you're dealing with smaller companies, like really, they just really care about results and that you're credible, you're easy to work with and stuff. I don't think at the end of the day you need to have these certifications to kind of give people results, if that makes sense at all, right? Melody is new. What is this channel about? Honestly, it's a personal channel, man. I'm just a pharmacy entrepreneur and just help other people just with adulting in life and with digital entrepreneurship, man. So that's what it's about. Paul says, "I think you misunderstood." Probably I did misunderstand, man. Ice Poseidon says, "Lol. Do you have to be practicing pharmacy to renew your? Oh, okay, that makes sense, right? Um, no. So at the end of the day, so I know you stopped being a pharmacist because you got fired for having a YouTube channel. Yeah, no, I don't have to be practicing to renew my license at the end of the day. What's the weirdest YouTube channel you've been watching lately, or what's your favorite channels? You know, it's really funny. So I've been getting recommended for Kenny Hotz's channel. So if you don't know who Kenny Hotz is, it's like Kenny versus Spenny. Really old show back in the day. It used to be like really big in Canada, and it's a competition between two best friends, and they compete to see who's better and shit. And whoever loses has to do a humiliation. So I've been watching that a lot for some reason. I don't know. It just brings up memories. But I try not to watch so much YouTube because I get drawn to it. I've been watching a lot of gaming channels, to be honest with you, like this guy Manny, a true nerd, really interesting. Been watching. I always listen to Joe Rogan when I'm working out, just to kind of get conversation, like listen to different guests and kind of get my head right. So I guess those are some of the channels that I've been watching. What else? I don't watch any makeup channels. Let's see what's like been popping up too. Hold on for a second. Let's see. Been watching Teach Me Grappling for JiuJitsu a lot. I used to follow Mystic Got Jokes, but I'm not a really big fan of him anymore. I should probably unsubscribe from him. I don't watch Stephanie Sue as much anymore. I watch some JK News from time to time. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, I just try to stay away from YouTube and shit, you know. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing, right? So you don't have to be a RPH, work as a RPH to renew your license. Nope, you don't. Damn. More comments. Lot of troll comments. AZ asked, do I play any games? Not really, to be honest with you. Like, I quit gaming a long time ago. Long time ago. I like to I like to do cocaine with Sue. She's hyper as fuck. Her content's pretty interesting to watch, man. I think like her mukbang channel is really good. Yeah. So but yeah, like I think like it's kind of interesting to see how Stephanie kind of blew up. I don't really know her personally. I mean, like I know she's friends with like Joe and stuff, but I never met her personally. I think like her channel is like doing really well. She tells really engaging stories, really cool stories too. And she deserves to blow up. And she was like really hustling with that vlog channel as well, right? Um LN19 says, hey, med student. Somebody else asks, hey, do you like RuneScape? Not really. I'm not really a RuneScape. I used to watch Maximus Black play a lot of RuneScape and stuff, but I don't know. I'm not really much of a gamer. I think like for me, back in the day, I used to be like okay, I'm gonna block you, Paul. You're like fucking like annoying. All right, block this. Somebody asked, do I enjoy Soylent? Not really. I've never really had it, man. I think like somebody like gifted it to me once, and I was just like, not about this life, man. So yeah. But yeah, man. What was I talking about? Like YouTube channel. Dude, there's so much I'm talking about. But I have to say, like recently I've been watching a lot more YouTube channels and stuff too. Just because I'm trying to study it more and try to understand like, hey, what makes a really good YouTube channel, what doesn't, right? So Z asked, do I lift? Yes, I'm doing a West Side barbell routine right now. I actually just recently changed from 531 to West Side barbell. So literally doing like I literally have a max effort day and a speed day and stuff like that and all that. Soylent. Well, Yeah, soy boys, bro. But yeah, man. Um, like literally I've been doing West Side barbell a lot. I'm trying to break up my routines now because like in the morning I used to do like lifting and then go jujitsu, but it's just too taxing. And at the end of the day, like I'm doing the same amount of workouts if I just break it up through the week, and I'll have better results and stuff too. So uh Ice Poseidon says I have a pretty good idea that Ice Poseidon's probably a troll, maybe. I don't know, I could be wrong. But how do I make money? I have clients. I literally close for clients and YouTube and other offers and stuff. So that's pretty much how I make my money at this point, right? So yeah, man. Okay. Time to block more trolls. Man, it's so crazy, man. I think like one of the last things I like, speaking about trolls, like I think one of the things about my YouTube channel that's really changed over the last, I would say, year or two is like I've been getting a lot of trolls, and I think it's, I don't know if it's a good thing, I don't know if it's a bad thing, but I don't know. Dan Locke says like, hey, more haters the better, whatever. I don't care. At the end of the day, I just like block them. Not a big deal. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god, dude, I can't, like, with these comments, bro. These are so fucking funny, man. This is pretty savage. This is pretty funny, man. Yeah, of course I'm gonna be a great hair care specialist, man, selling hair care products. But yeah, as for, let's see, so that's pretty much that's going on in my personal life that I'm doing um right now at the moment. So I don't know, I'm kind of curious, what else, what other questions you guys got, man? Really curious. Also, I'm really loving this new lens. So a while ago I was talking about it. Really love this new lens. Really love this new laptop too. Been really changing my productivity as well. Just having like a lot more better technology and stuff, more portable and stuff. I've been really happy with all my recent purchases on that as well. Um, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna start blocking. This is crazy. I think I have more trolls than actual fans at this point, bro. Block. Block that. What else? Whatever. Okay, cool. Oh yeah. So fun thing about jujitsu too, belt promotions are coming up, and I actually might go this time. I think out of the freaking 5 years I've done jujitsu, not 5 years. I don't even know when I started jujitsu, but out of like the times I've done jujitsu in California, this is the first belt promotion I'll ever go to. Hopefully, I'll get promoted, man. Like everybody calls me a sandbag white belt. Probably am a sandbag white belt. And I think that it's really kind of like, speaking about belt promotions and stuff, like to me, like belts really don't matter too much, right? But I think it's kind of, it's like when people get promoted and stuff like for belts, I always think it's a really cool time, very interesting time to just reflect back and think about what you really, like how far you've come. I remember my first day of jujitsu, like it must have been like 2010. Like that was the first time I used to do, like I did gi, right? I'm not that, like, for someone that's been doing jujitsu for a long time, I'm not that good. Like, to be completely honest with you, I think part of it is like my commitment. I wasn't very committed to it. But I remember that first day, and it wasn't. Oh yeah, dude, the first time I ever did jujitsu was actually at my kung fu school, and I remember like we were preparing, like seriously, it was like almost like a Dragon Ball's, a see now Dragon Ball, right? You have all these different schools competing against each other, right? So it would be like the OG UFC, like, yo, karate versus kung fu versus, like, I don't know, other things, right? Judo and shit, right? That's what it would be like. And for me, I remember preparing, and I was just like, no one's going to know ground game at this tournament. So I started practicing, and I was like, what happens if I go someone who actually does jujitsu or does some sort of ground stuff? How can I defend myself? And then I remember one of my friends, he was a blue belt at the time, and he was like, hey, can you help train me and stuff? And I was just like, yeah, try taking me down, right? So I remember he shot this like double leg on me. I was like, oh fuck. So I did a shitty sprawl, and then literally he mounted me and like got me in, like I don't even remember the type of choke it was. But I remember that moment I was like, dude, I definitely gotta learn jujitsu. And like I was always very open minded, to be honest with you, like with learning martial arts. So I go to this jujitsu school. I remember first day I get submitted. Well, I was actually doing okay, right? I was playing some sort of open guard. I didn't even know I was playing open guard at that time. But yeah, man, like I just got submitted over and over again, and I'd be so tired because if you never done jujitsu, it's like very, very cardio intensive, and you're like huffing and puffing half the time and shit too. So yeah, man, and to think about those days and now, like where, hey, you put me against another white belt, typically like I'll do pretty well. Same with the blue belt. For the most part, I can hold my own. Purple belts I still get killed with, right? But yeah, man, it's just like you just learn so much over time, and I feel like when I learn, somebody shows me a move, I can actually just implement it right away. So it's very interesting to see like kind of the progress of my jujitsu journey, man. So yeah. Um. Uh. Oh my god. These troll comments, bro. These troll comments, bro. Hide this. Hide. Hide this. All right, cool. AZ says the only sport I ever wanted to throw up was BJJ. So intense. Yeah, it was really cool, man. And yeah, there's a lot of fucking like jokes about BJ and like grappling men and shit. But honestly, at the end of the day, like it's one of the best martial arts, honestly. And it's really cool because you can go 100% in BJJ and not fuck each other up, like and get CTE and stuff. Yes, like over time, sometimes like you can compress this and stuff like that. But as long as you're doing your what's it called? Like your not mobility work, but like stuff like decompression and all that, decompressing the spine should be good, So it was it's actually really fun. I love jujitsu. It's taught me a lot about business. It's taught me a lot about life actually. It really builds mental fortitude, man. Like a lot of time people just like want to quit in life, and I think something like jujitsu really teaches you how to stick through really tough times. That's why for me right now, even though I'm kind of going through ups and downs through my life, and even though my closing for this current offer isn't as good as it normally is, it's just kind of taught me to be very patient with the process, right? And just get your fundamentals down. With reps, you get better. And I think that's one thing that you always learn with like things like fitness and stuff like that. You put enough time into something like jujitsu. Not so like lifting is a little different because like your CNS can like, I don't know, sometimes you get really good days, sometimes you get really bad days, but overall if you look at the time that you train, you'll get better and better. And especially with jujitsu, because it's so technical, right? That you get better and better over time. Your technique gets better. You get better fine motor movements and stuff, right? So yeah, man, I've been really feeling like, honestly, like with jiu-jitsu and stuff, I've been really trying out new things. Like I've been playing a lot of like leg locks and stuff. Not really a leg lock guy, to be honest with you, but I've been really kind of focusing on them. Like usually my normal game is like, hey, what I'll do is I'll go into butterfly if I can't take you down, and then try to sweep you or something like that, or shoot for a leg lock or something like that. But in general, like I like to go side control Americana. I like to transition a lot, and I tire people out that way. And then as soon as they're defending, like let's say if they're defending their Americana like that, I usually like to staple the arm, and so then I just crank it like that, and it works really, really well. Like I do it all the time right now. But I've been really experimenting with like, I know half the people who are watching this have they don't have a fucking clue of what I'm talking about. But literally, I've been shooting for darces and choking people out like that too. PDX. I don't even know what PDX stands for, bro. What's PDX? Yeah. But you know, all that jujitsu, man, like really has helped, like not only helped me throughout business and through tough times in life. You know, as I told that story, when I did fight in that competition, I actually won because of jujitsu, right? I remember like my coach at the time was like, "Hey, stand up, go like stand up." And I was like, "No, why the fuck would I do that? These kids, like these people don't have no idea what a ground game is, right?" So I shot for a really shitty double leg. It was a really bad double leg. Try to get me in a guillotine, but you know, when you do jujitsu, you know, like when people are just cranking and just weather out the storm, right? Protect your neck, and pull the shoulder. And I just eventually got out. He got tired of holding it and trying to crank it, right? So I just, and then literally, I forgot what happened. I don't know how I ended up sweeping him, but I ended up sweeping him or passing his guard. I remember getting full mount and just like I was about to whale a bunch of punches down, but I just never. I got stopped before that happened. I was like, fuck, dude, that would have been pretty intense, man. Because I don't know, MMA is pretty fun, man, but I like jiu-jitsu too, man. Like I want to get back into Muay Thai and stuff, but I just literally don't have the time of day, and I don't think like my body can physically handle that much like volume and stuff right now at this point in my life. So yeah. AZ says I only do flying triangles. My execution rate is 98%. Actually, you know what? No, it is a pretty cheese move that I get off a lot. It's actually an Imanari roll. Like, you know, if you watch some of my jiu-jitsu videos, like that move where I go for the I literally shoot for the leg and just like get a leg lock. Like, dude, I've been hitting that a lot. Not so much recently because I think I might have torn my shoulder or some shit like that. But in general, I can hit that move pretty well. And because I drilled that move so often, it's helped my leg lock game get a lot better because I like straight up go for leg entanglement and stuff and start looking for heel hooks and Achilles locks and stuff like that. So yeah, man, like, yeah, white belt for life, bro, though. Seriously. I don't know. I think, and here's the other thing about jiu-jitsu that is really cool. It's a very humbling experience because here's the thing, right? There's always someone who's a lot better than you, right? Whether you're at the top of a game or there's somebody like coming below you that is rising through the ranks, and because of age or something like that, just get better. Like people just get better and better and better, and you can't stay number one forever, right? And just because you are number one doesn't mean that you're gonna have a good day, right? It really helps humble you and just keeps you all knowing, and you just learn from different people and different setups, right? People say it's like mental chess, but I say it's, dude, I don't know how I would say it. It's just like, it's just really fucking fun, honestly. Like if you're a guy or even a girl, like I always recommend doing jiu-jitsu, man. I like, dude, I think like if I met a girl who did jiu-jitsu, that's pretty hot. Yeah. So anyways, guys, what are some other questions, man? Otherwise I'm gonna end the stream pretty soon. Been talking for quite a bit. Looks like the trolls kind of died down, but yeah, man. Let's see, what else can I talk about today? You know what the problem is with these streams sometimes? Like I've been wanting to get more structured with my streams so it's easier to follow and stuff, but I just don't have enough time recently to kind of like plan out my streams and all that and talk about different topics. Maybe in the future I can just like cover different questions that people leave on my channel and stuff. But yeah, man. So yeah. All right, cool. All right, anyways, I think we're coming to an end right now since I don't see any more comments. The views are dying down. So anyways, guys, I will talk to you guys later. Have a great Sunday. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. Thanks for the trolls to boost this video up, man. Really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you later, guys. Peace. Dun, dun, dun.